Here we go. So we're going to open those toes and the heels, but take the toes out nice and wide. I'm going to find that for you. You're going to press down, activate, tighten those legs, tail down, separate the spine, space it out, lengthen up through the crown, hold that height, breathe. And again, press down, tighten the legs, tails down, lift through the crown, draw in through that center, tighten, and draw in, recruit. Well done. We're going to roll our shoulders and down the back. And roll around and down. Roll and down. And one more roll and down. We're going to take the arms up to the top, scrunch those wrists. Wriggle the rib cage to starting to loosen into that mid-back. And we'll take the arms down the back. You're going to give me one more of those. Scoop it up, shrug, 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 scrunch. Wriggle the ribs. Start to feel a little loose already. And then we come. Now, we're going to need just one ball to begin with. So we're going to roll down, rounding forward. Rolling down. We're going to grab one ball. And then pull the tail down, restack your spine like that Lego tower, block by block, up we come. We're going to hold the ball like a shot put by the air, and we're going to lift the opposite leg. So you're going to feel a bit like a cheerleader, and down, push and lower. Raise it up, push, push. One more single like this, push. Extra challenge if you want. We're going to press up. We're going to stay here. Give one more arm pump. And then down. Push. One more arm pump. I know it's only a kilo, but it's just enough to force you to have to work a little deeper. Up. Extra arm pump. Give me one more of those. Up. Arm pump. And to the other side. Start with just our singles. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. And if we get speed wobbles, we just come and stand onto that harder floor. Get a little bit of purchase. Here we go if you want to. We're going to double arm pump. Again, push, take it down. Up and push. Up and push. Give me another. Up and push and down. Well done. We're going to have this weight in front of us. Precious. Lower those knees down, and we're going to take one step out a little wider. We're staying nice and low, but we're going to push the weight up onto the toes and come down. Step together and widen open. Reaching up, tuck precious in. Feet together, open, lift, in, together, open, reach, in, together, open, reach. Couple more, together. Open, reach. One more, together, open and reach, and in. We need the other ball, so we're going to grab that. Well done. So we've got our feet kind of shoulder width apart, like to just sneak them in a little bit. We're going to start with our separate movements, all right? So we're going to have the weights up, tucked in by the shoulders. We're going to do a little bicep curl and back in, and then we're going to take one leg out and in. Same leg's going to keep going. So we do the arm bicep curl, same leg, out, in, curl, out, in, curl, out, in, curl, out, in. There's a little bit of coordination happening today. So the last class you feel a bit bamboozled. Do what you can. Last singles, open and right here. So we're tucked into the body here. We're going to open out, arm and leg together this time, and tuck back in. Open, in. Same leg working, but you might actually feel the leg that's stabilizing you, staying still, feeling a little bit more of that work. 3, 2, and after this one, 8 fast in. Feels a little 1980s jazzercise, but and 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come up and just release that leg. So we're going to do the other side. So we're going to come on down. We're going to start with just a little bicep curl, and then the opposite leg's turn. Curl, leg, awesome, leg, Yeah. And down. Go. And one more with a single. And tap. Well done. So we're tucked in here, and then we open away and tuck back in. Open, close. 4, 3, 2. After this one, we got our 8 faster. Going 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and up. Breathe, wriggle, wriggle. Well done indeed. We're going to turn and face into the mat. We've got 1 foot forward, 1 foot back. And I'm going to challenge you already by just reaching you to place one ball down. Done. Important thing here is not to be on a white straight line, right? I want you to have your feet spaced apart as though they were sitting underneath your hips. Okay, so they'd be holding a train track alignment. We're going to take that one ball. And we're going to lower down as much as you feel comfortable. And if you can, I want you to take the ball under that leg to pop back up. Ooh, down. Passing the ball under that leg. Down. So find a spot point. Whatever you need to be able to balance. Give me 4 more. 3, 2, 1. Changing leg. So we've got a different leading leg. Again, centers engaged, taking your time. Lower, left, under, left, left. 2, and 1. And back in. Well done. We're going to scoop and get that other ball. Right, we're going to perch on our stool. We talk about kind of sitting those sitting bones back. And excuse the description, but we're going to look like T-Rex. We're going to have those arms hovering by our side. Well done. Nice, sitting back, open across the chest. We're going to press back, getting into that tricep back of that arm and release. Single push back and release. Push, release, push. Now 4 doubles, both arms back, release. Back, release, push, release, push. Staying with 4 doubles to go, but we're going to go onto our toes. So we press back and hold, lift onto the toes, heels down, come forward with the arms. So push back, heels down, push back, lift, lower, and 1 more. Push back, lift, lower, and up. Woo, give yourself a little air. Get a nice breath in. We'll do that one more time. Yes, we can. Perching back onto those sitting bones. T-Rex arms. 4 singles. 2, 3, and 4. 4 doubles. Push. 2, 3. Keep pulling in through that lower tummy because we're going to add now that little balance. We push back, heels lift, and lower, and in. Push, lift, lower, push, lift, lower. Go 1 more here. Push, lift, lower, and in, and up. Well done. Can we round to the front? We have the ball scooped under our hands. We're going to rise on the toes and present the weights forward and lower. Push, and 2, and 1. We're going to turn the weights now, pressing to the back of the class as we rise up. So you're just going to keep that balance, squeezing the glutes, active legs to push into the mat. Extra balance challenge here as we push back and we pause. We stay here on the toes as we take the weights forward and bring them back again. And then lower. Brilliant. Push back. Take the weights forward and back and lower. All right, your body's going to hunt for that stability. So activate the muscles. Center strong. Glutes are working. Push forward, back, and lower. Well done. Sitting down again, hands, balls can be resting on the knees, again activating through center. And we're going to take those balls out to like an open fly and then close. Open, and we're looking for that gentle squeeze between the shoulder blades at the back. Open. 4 more here. 4, 3, 2, and 1. And then up we come and roll those shoulders. I think we are warmed up. Are we ready for the floor? We're going to come on down. We'll have a weight each side so we can activate the next step in our journey of coordinating with the ball. So along through the back of the neck, we'll set ourselves up nicely. First, tuck your shoulder blades underneath. We're open across our chest. We lift up the hips. We pop them down further from the shoulders. You already feel some length and stretch through that spine. Check in with your headlights. We're nice and level across the front of the pelvis. And we're going to tighten that belt. We're going to recruit, zip up, and we are ready. Let's find these weights. And we're going to take these up above us. Do call out if you find the open grip of these a little tricky. I've got some just normal shape weights in my boxer tricks. Even though we've got the weights up, the backs of our shoulders are resting heavy onto the mats. So we've got that nice stability and width. Look at your elbows, and they are going to stay in place. I'm just going to simply bend an elbow and lower one ball beside my forehead, and then push that ball back up. So it's a single tricep dip. Lowering the other arm and up. You are in control of this weight. Nice, smooth, controlled glide. Your neutral spine, the shape that your back is resting in, is staying. And I'm going to give you an option here to just have a bit more fun. As one ball lowers, the opposite leg lifts to tabletop. Opposites together and back to starting position. Opposites and starting. Well done. So we're starting to get that cross body work. It's utilizing that anterior sling that connects our limbs through our center. Nice, smooth control. Last 2 with the leg. And then legs can rest. I'm going to get you to just do a few more with both arms lowering down as tricep and then extending out nice straight elbows to get tucking into that tricep muscle. So gentle lowering, but we want that full extension at the top. Coordinating left and right. Getting them to move at equal speed. Beautiful. Give me one last double arms. And then we're going to change where our arms are coming. They're going to come wide, elbows off the mat, and then it's going to be a bit more like a chest press to the ceiling. Elbows wide and chest press up. Pause there. Find me your feet. Press them into the mat. We're going to link that in with some bridging. As your elbows come open wide, it opens up the gates for the hips to lift. So we push up into bridge. Use your glutes squeeze. As the hips lower, the balls raise. So open those arms, hips lift and close. Push, lift, lower. Give me 4 more. I'm just going to add some extra confusion to our coordination with our arms. So we're going to open up into a high bridge. I want us to stay there. We're going to take one arm lift and then we're going to do 8 switches. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, lowering back down. All right, we're going to go again. We're going to lift up these hips, push, lift, and it's 8 single reach. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Lower, breathe. One more round of that. Lift those hips and singles. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And down we come. We're going to place these weights down beside us. Reach them out towards those toes so they are on the mat. Beautiful. We're going to curl forward, drawing that rib cage down into the abdomen. We're going to reach those balls towards the backs of the heels. So we're reaching, your gaze is looking down through the gap in the legs, and then slowly lowering yourself back down, block, by block, by block. Again, curling forward, push the balls, push, 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 push. And slowly down. Now you can absolutely have a hand behind your head here if you feel you need a bit more support, and a single arm pressing on the ball. So we've got options galore. Curling up, push. And this time we're going to stay up there and add a little extra leg work. Forward we go, curling up, push those balls, sit here. Line dancing legs. We lift one to tabletop, pause. Scoop the other leg to tabletop, pause, one leg down, other leg down, lower the upper body. Ooh, I call it line dancing, it's kind of doing a square. Exhale, curl forward, set, lift one, lift the other, lower one, and the other, head slowly down. Ooh, 2 more of those. Exhale, curl, set, lift, lift, lower, lower, and take it down. 1 more. Up and curl, shoulders still set low. We lift, nice, lift, lower, lower, and take it down. Well done. Can we have 1 ball? Doesn't matter what side, 1 ball in the hand. I'm going to take the other leg up to tabletop. Got 2 activities to do here. Working across the body. I'm going to push this ball and I'm going to reach up, reaching towards a straight leg. I want to reach towards that foot and then bring that elbow back off the side of the mat. Again, up, reaching for that foot and down. So what am I doing again? We're getting that oblique, we're crossing that center line. Up and reach and lower. If you need support for your neck again, we can use the other hand behind the head for a bit of extra control. 3 and 2 and 1. Head can stay down. Right, we're going to take the hand up, legs at tabletop. We're still working with our same limbs. Same limbs. We're going to gently open to the side. Nice control, and then squeeze and close back up to the ceiling. Opening to the side and close. So just opening that knee and the arm as much as you're able to keep nice and level through the middle. So I rest my hand on my center, find it gives me loads of feedback to make sure if I had a cup of tea resting there that I haven't lost it, haven't lost a drop. Smooth control, just opening as far as we can keep centered. Supported in the middle. Again, these weights are only 1 kilo, but when they're away from the body, you can feel that extra workload coming right up into that shoulder, stabilizing to your rib cage. And 1 last one to this side, and then we're going to repeat those 2 to the other. Let's reverse it. So we take the weight across. We'll start with that exact same exercise where we open out to the side and close. And close. Well done. Nice smooth control. Adding in the weight here, you just start to feel a little bit of extra work required to stabilize that rib cage and connect to the pelvis. So we're just having to play through our center, through those lats, through our obliques. Nice and smooth. 3, 2, and 1. Well done. Now to finish this side, we exhale and we push the ball towards the foot, crossing center line and back down. Exhale, push and reach. And down. Push. Push. Reach. Push. 3 more, team. Push. 2 and 1. Woohoo! Now we've got one weight by one side and one weight by the other. We're just going to press those underneath our feet. So we're staying in our train track alignment, our feet resting on top of the yellow balls, hands on those headlights. We'll start with a couple of singles. We'll take one knee out to the side. Again, the other leg's not moving, it's just as far as we can keep those headlights level. Let's take the other knee to the side and back in. To work a little harder, we can float our wings. We take our elbows just off the floor. We're just going to make sure now as one knee opens, we stay level through our centers. One knee, just one at a time. We'll start with some singles. And it's this lovely, subtle connections happening right through your center. Shoulders stay lovely and soft. Up on the ball just allows us to get slightly more rotation, so we're able to play in that range. Nice, and we're going to try some double knees now. Just working on coordination again, both knees opening together and then both knees closed together. Equal speed, balance and control. Well done, well done. Just going to skip those weights up. That's an exercise in itself. Kicking the weights up, I'm just going to place them off the mat so we know where they are and they're out of our way for these next 2 exercises. We're going to do some scissors and then we're going to play with some dead ant. So rest your hands on your headlights. It's always a lovely way to get lots of information. The key focus for our scissors is we keep our shoulders relaxed and our neutral spine, our low back, is staying in its same position. We'll begin with just a single lift and lower of a leg, and then the other side, single lift and lower. And at this level 1, in all levels I teach, intermediate as well, we always begin at level 1, just so you feel relaxed in those shoulders. That strength of the lifting the leg comes from our center. We're going to hold one leg up at tabletop. We prep by drawing in that center even more to be able to scoop the other leg up to tabletop. This is our new starting position at level 2. We tap one toe down and lift it. We tap the other toe down and lift it. So this level 2 is all about strength. Strong hold through our center now. Zip hard, we've got to tighten that belt. Tapping close to the bottom is easier. Tapping further down the mat, you're going to feel that challenge to be able to hold center and keep your shoulders soft. A couple more before we come into what's called level 3, where we start to scissor. The legs swish past each other, scissor, scissor, scissor. Here is more stamina based, and we've got to breathe. Let's breathing in. 2, 3, 4, breathe out. 2, 3, 4, in. 2, 3, 4, out. 2, 3, 4. Keep it going. If you feel some extra work creeping into that low back, do never hesitate to stop and reset and start again. One more round and in. 2, 3, 4, and out. 2, 3, 4, and just bring those knees in for a big hug. Well done. Have a little rock side to side. Very nice massage into the small of the back. And we're also losing our neutral spine. I want our back to become imprinted, so you're going to lower that back down to the mat. So our back is flattened down. From here we have our knees just sitting, resting above our belly and our hands to ceiling. Okay? So just again highlighting, having that feel of the back is connected and super glued to the mat. We're going to start with just our arms. We're going to allow the arms to come past the head, and we'll focus on keeping that back connected to the mat, and then arms back to the ceiling. Exhale now, just see if you can drift those knees away, even if it's just an inch or two. We just have to keep our back connected on the mat and knees back in. So singles, just the arms. We'll coordinate the two together soon. So just the arms. And then just the legs, drifting the knees away a little. And back in. Just the arms. And just the legs, keeping that connection to the mat. Well done. If you want to have a go at keeping them, well, you can keep them singles, arms and legs separate, or we're going to link it together and move both at the same time. So take a breath in to prepare. Exhale, drop that rib cage in, help with that strength, drifting arms and legs away, keeping that low back connected, and come back in. So everyone's distance will be different. We've got to keep that back connected to the floor. That's your goal. That is your focus to keep our low back safe. So we want to build strength. We want to stay safe. So we're using the mat as a guide. Exhale, we've got 2 to go. Last dead end. And give yourself a nice little squeeze in again. Well done. We're going to pop those feet down and lengthen them out. Just loosen up the front of those hips now. We'll take our hands to ceiling because we're going to roll ourselves up into sitting. We're going to reach forward with the arms, curling up. If you need to press on the mat, you can. Just bring yourself up into sitting, and we'll take it forward into a nice stretch. Grab hold of wherever you can get to. Stretching into the back of the legs. From here, we're going to come down on our side. We need one ball. So you've probably got one ball sitting there ready for us. Remember, always when we come down on our side, we come into the same bent leg position. Well done. Lengthen the top waist. So instead of having a hammock swung spine, we're going to press away the top hip. That straightens the spine. We get that little waist gap underneath. So we're going to tighten our belt here. We're going to bring in the weight. So a nice little extra shoulder, rotator cuff strengthening. We're just going to do a little quarter turn and lower. So my elbows just floating or sitting loosely on top of my waist. And I'm just doing a little quarter turn. If you find, again, that grip of the big ball quite tricky to master here, you can feel free to just drop the ball and use your arm. Nice quarter turns. 2 and 1. All right, we're going to keep that same arm movement. We're going to take our top leg out nice and long, and we're going to lift the leg with our quarter turn and lower. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. Last ones. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Well done. We're going to take both legs out long. Extra challenge here is balance, so we need to coordinate by connecting our feet together, either it's toes or heels or both. Squeeze together, zip up through those legs. Glutes are working now, tail drawn down, centers in. See if you can just give me a few more quarter turns. Feeling that difference that you need to be able to recruit for balance now. So making sure those glutes are working. When you feel ready, we're going to have a go at taking the ball to the ceiling and lowering down. Now lowering down in front of the mat is a lot easier. If we start to take it slightly out in front of the mat, you're going to feel yourself needing to recruit at the back. You need to squeeze your glutes and reach out through your legs. So again, in closer is a little easier, and further away needing to reach. And lift. Couple more. Reach. And lift. and then we're going to keep the ball down in front, the hand resting on top. Nice low shoulder. Well done. We're going to scissor those legs. One leg forward, one leg back, and then come through and split. One leg forward, one leg back, and switch. Reach, and reach, and reach, and reach. And then we're going to come into a nice little fast kick. Kick, 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 and breathe. Kick, 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 keep going, keep going. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Whoa, longest count ever. 3, 2, and 1. Well done. We're going to bring those knees up. Very short side series today. We're going to lower ourselves back onto that shoulder so we can do our arm openings. We're going to breathe into the ceiling. We're going to exhale, and we're going to open out. Now, we didn't do arm openings last week because we had the roller. So if you haven't managed to give it a little go at home, it might take a couple of breaths out just to release. So just remembering all those options. You're going to have your hand on ribs. We're going to hold on through those legs, and we can gently play with that rotation. Couple more. Play with that breath, that lovely big breath in. Feel the rib cage expand as you open out. Start to exhale. Finishing up our last one. We'll bring ourselves up and over. So we'll spin ourselves around, pop our heads down at the other end. Again, setting ourselves up with our bent leg. We need the one weight that we can reach. Stack ourselves wild length through the top waist, drawing through the centre. We've got that little quarter turn. So that nice little hum we're going to feel into the back of the arm, back of the shoulder. Nice little quarter turns. Well done. Lovely shoulder positions, nice and low. Feeling that gentle hum into the back. Shoulder blades sitting nice and flat against the rib cage. Well done. We're going to pause there because I want us to add our leg in. Top leg is lengthened. As we lift the arm, we lift the leg and they lower. Lift and lower. Lift. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Well done. Both legs look. Now we've got to find that balance. Connect your feet together, draw the tail down, activate the glutes. Can we do a few more with just this quarter turn of the arm? Working deeper on your balance now. Squeeze your feet together. Use your glutes, and once you feel ready, we're going to gently try to reach that arm to ceiling and lowering down and front, close to you. On the mat, being easier to balance. The further we reach forward, the more balance required in order to stay on your side. Active legs. Strong through the glutes. Left. If you can feel that build up, so this is side 2. We've already done some balance stability that will affect the side. Feel free to drop the weight, just use the arm for balance. Week to week, that's enough of a challenge on its own. So we've got our last 3, 2, and 1. We're going to gently place that weight down in front, hand rests on top. We've got long scissor legs, one leg forward, one leg back. And we come through to switch, reaching. And switch. And reach. Well done. Extend these legs. We're swishing them right off the bottom of the mat. The longer they are, the easier it is for them to swivel on the mat. Swish and swish. They're coming in. A little tighter, a little tighter. We're ready for our fast swim. Go swim. Kick, 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 and breathe. Kick, 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 keep breathing. Shoulders nice and low. Last 8, 7, 6, faster. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Well done. Bring those knees in, soften onto the back of that shoulder, and we'll start ourselves into that spinal rotation. Hand to ceiling, take that breath in, and we exhale, open out. Taking time. Using your hands in tight or out as a reach. I'll keep offering little suggestions here, but really do what feels good for you. This is that little moment in class. While you're doing arm openings, just feel what is happening in my body today. If we're feeling a little tighter, if we're feeling any strain, sometimes we're going to notice that in this exercise. As we carry a lot of strain into this mid-back, you get a good feel of what's happening in our shoulders. You've got time to think how things feel within our busy, busy days. Always thinking about how that breath can help us. When we breathe out, our body feels safe. It will relax and stretch, and you'll find some more length. do one more to this side. Finish off that last one. And then we're going to come up onto all fours. We need one ball, one yellow ball. So we'll find ourselves a nice 4-point nail first. Nice flat tabletop back. Well done. And then we try not to shift our bodies over too much while we place the ball under one hand. It's just going to rest on top. So we don't have to soften that elbow on that side. Okay, I'm just going to start with some nice single leg extensions. We're going to take one leg back, reach it back, and then bring it in. And then the other leg, reach it back, and bring it in. And we're going to start to feel that difference. So if it's the opposite leg reaching back, you feel you're not losing the ball a lot, right? The load is light. But as we take the same leg, you may be relying on that ball a little bit more. So I just want us to watch that and see if we can take that workload and deeper into our centers. So how light we are through that hand with the opposite leg, reaching back, trying to keep that centered, equal weight through those arms to the same side. Reaching back. Last single leg. And then we're actually going to grip that ball. We're going to reach it forward to the front of the mat. And we're going to reach out the opposite leg. So we're reaching away from our center. Well done. We're going to come underneath the table and tap the knee and reach it back out again. Tap under the table and reach out again. And 2 and 1. Well done. I'm going to come back and do something similar to that soon. So we're just going to come across to the other side. Ball under the other hand. Nice low shoulders. Slide them down and start with those single leg reaches. Again, feeling that difference, how much we rely on that hand sitting on the ball for balance. Extend those legs. A nice long reach will help activate into the hips and the glutes a little more. Last, just single. Well done. We're going to take the ball to the front of the mat. The opposite leg, we're reaching out and long from our center, and we're tapping underneath the table. Reach it out. Under, and reach it out. Under, out. 2, and 1, and well done. Now pick an arm, any arm. We're going to hold our elbow in by our waist. We're doing things in a 4, 4, and 4 sequence. So we're going to do 4 tricep pushes. We're going to push back and bend the elbow. Push back and bend. 2 and 1. Now we slow it slightly because we're going to bring in the opposite leg to push back at the same time. And lower. Push back and lower. Nice. 2 more. Push back and lower. Push back and lower. And the last sequence of that is we push back and we pause back here. We're going to take the arm to reach an extra forward and back before we lower it back down. Here's our coordination fun. So we push back, hold the leg, take the arm forward, bring it back to that leg again, and then lower. Push back, so we've got the triceps work, the arm does a sneaky reach forward and back and lower. Any movement's good movement though. Push back, reach forward push back and lower. Oh, to the other side. 4, 4, and 4. Well done. Right. Elbow by the side, just the arm first. 4 extensions, pushing back with the ball. Working on that triceps. Well done. Let's add in our extra opposite leg. Push back and lower. Reaching long, extend, straighten the knee. Give me 2 more. Reach. And reach. And we've got a little extra with the arms. So we push back, pause, reach forward, reach back, and lower. Push back, reach forward, reach back, and lower. Nearly there. Push back, reach forward, reach back, and lower. Last one. Push back, and reach, and back, and lower. I love it. Pop the ball down, come down onto your elbows, just release the wrists. Scrunch, 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 scrunch. Wriggle, 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 wriggle. Well done. So we're just here on our elbows. We'll bring those hands together. We're just going to do a nice strong press through those elbows. So we've got a lovely strong triangle. Well done. So we're going to do the line dancing, our 4-point walkie with the legs, by turning our foot over. So we're just going to roll over one toe and push back with the heel. Roll over the other toe, push back with the heel, and we bring one knee in and one knee in, okay? So we push over, one knee in, and one knee in. So one leg long, other leg long, one knee in, one knee in, strong through those arms. 1, 2, 3, 4, one more round, push, push, in, and relax back. So we're building up on that one a lot next week, all right? We'll add some layers and layers. Well done. Relax and release those wrists. Well done. Now, if we're okay to sit here on our knees, if our knees say no, we can be up higher with a little tuck down tail. All right, so either position's fine. We're going to take one arm and we're going to backstroke. We're going to follow those fingers. We're going to get a nice little opening to the front of the chest. Other side, backstroke it round. Big open stretch to that side. Open and around. This time we're going to open and around. You're going to find something to hold on to, whether it's your bottom, whether it's your toes. Try to stay near a floor. Find yourself a little stretch. And release. Other side. Open and around and grab hold of something, whether it's your back, your foot, or the floor. And release. We're bringing ourselves up into standing. So we're just going to come on up. Give yourself a little bit of a shake with those legs, a little bit of a shake with those arms. Right. Just releasing that grip through using those weights as well. Nice work. All right, we stack ourselves again. Back to shoulder width apart. We're back to perching on our stools. So we're going to sit back and perch. The arms are in front. We're going to come onto the toes here and we pause for me for 4, 3. Feel the legs engage. Everything starts to come in for balance and we slowly push up tall. Stay on the toes if you can. Reaching. Press tall. Push. And we'll open the arms wide. Lower down. We do that again. Nice and slow. Perching back. Reaching through those arms, we rock onto those toes and hold. 2, 3, now go slowly up. Pushing tall, reaching up. We come and slowly open. Give yourself a little release. It's going to do old school breathing. Soften the knees, we're going to breathe it in. And as you breathe up, the lift of the arms means you can widen the rib cage. You think of it like a butterfly, opening up in the bottom part. Big width to the bottom, lower rib cage. And then exhale, squeeze it all out. To breathe in again. Filling up, filling up, filling up. Exhale, push it out. Breathing in, filling it up, up. One more, push it out. And we're just going to bring those arms up. Once more again, grab hold of the other side. Give yourself a nice morning stretch. Just a nice pull through those arms. Wriggle around a little, whatever feels right, feels good, just to release Other side, lean into it. And take those arms down the back. Grab hold and just be really gentle, just allowing the shoulders to open and come back past midline, a gentle stretch to the head and neck. And I want to keep that width through those shoulders. We're going to release the hands, we're just going to clamp on to the front of our chest and just pull away. So using this to anchor down the chest, anchor down the muscle attachments, and we pull and feel different pull lines right up along the jaw and the neck. And it's not always length here. Sometimes it can be with the chin in. And drawing away and just feeling that difference. Sometimes as one lengthens and allows you to find a little bit more depth and movement there, there's the next layer hiding underneath. You can shift your hand around, you can play right out to that shoulder. Gently coming through. Let's play with the other side. So just gentle lean. Allowing that shoulder to drop. It's a really nice controlled stretch to do at home. If you feel it hard to relax the shoulders, you feel tension in the head and neck, we start to get really tight through the jaw. Nice, gentle control. Well done. Release the arms by your side. We're kind of going to sort our head back into its center position. So head back into the middle. We're going to shrug our shoulders up nice and high. I want you to drop them. And again, shrugging up. Nice and high. Drop them. Once more. Up, and drop them. Little rolls around. Slide those shoulder blades down into your back pockets. We go around and slide, roll, and slide, and run, and slide. Well done.